AITA for telling my former interviewer that his wife needs to keep her mouth shut about my job interviews. I'm shaking as I write this because I just sent what might be the most professionally risky email of my career, and I need to know if I completely screwed up or if I was justified. This whole mess started 7 years ago, but it came to a head this morning in the most humiliating way possible. Let me give you some background. I live in a small town, the kind where everyone knows everyone, and gossip spreads faster than wildfire. There's this company here, Meridian Tech, that's basically the holy grail of employers in our area. They pay well, have amazing benefits, and most importantly, they're one of the few places where you can actually build a serious career without having to move to the big city. 7 years ago, when I was 26 and desperately trying to climb out of an entry-level position that was slowly crushing my soul, I saw a posting for a marketing coordinator role at Meridian. It was perfect, exactly the kind of opportunity I'd been dreaming about. The salary was nearly double what I was making, the job description read like it was written specifically for my skill set, and the company had a reputation for promoting from within. I spent weeks preparing my application. I researched the company inside and out, customized my resume to match every requirement they listed, and even drove by their office building a few times just to get a feel for the place. When they called me for an interview, I was so excited I literally jumped up and down in my kitchen. The interview process was intense, 3 rounds over the course of a month. First was a phone screening with HR, then a panel interview with the marketing team, and finally a one-on-one with David Chun, the marketing director, who would be my boss. David was probably in his late 40s, incredibly sharp, and had this way of asking questions that made you really think. I felt like I nailed every interview. During that final interview with David, we really connected. We talked about marketing strategy, about the company's growth plans, about my vision for where I could contribute. He seemed genuinely impressed with my ideas, and I left feeling more confident than I'd ever felt after an interview. But then came the waiting. Days turned into a week, then 2 weeks. Finally, David called with the news. They'd decided to go with another candidate. Someone with more experience, he said. He was very kind about it, said I'd been a strong contender and to please apply again in the future if other opportunities arose. I was devastated. This wasn't just any job rejection. This felt like my one shot at the career I wanted, and I'd blown it somehow. I spent weeks analyzing every moment of those interviews, wondering what I'd said wrong or what I could have done differently. I eventually moved on, took a position with a smaller company in town, and slowly built my career. But I